Hey guys, Scott Poley here. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at an innovative new design of lap steel by Caladesi guitars. Let's face it, innovation is not one of the guitar world's strongest points. Hell, we're still playing guitars that were designed in the 1930s, 40s, 50s, and even before that. So when a small manufacturer comes along and aims to fix a problem that's been bugging players for a long time, then it's always a good excuse for me to go and check it out. And in this case, that problem is just simply standing up with a lap steel. If you want to stand up and play lap steel, either the lap steel is rectangular, like my old one, and I'd converted an old drum stand into like a table essentially for it on stage, or you end up with the problem if you want to use a strap, you have to kind of custom design something so it'll actually fit into your body form. Here's a photo of Larkin Poe, particularly Megan Lovell on lap steel. Look at her lap steel, an old Rickenbacker lap steel with this kind of bodged extra section to make it comfortable to play stood up. If you've ever wondered what the inside of a tour bus looks like, well, you're in luck. I'm in the upstairs lounge on our tour bus because this is where I've been keeping this. This is the Caladesi Lap Steel. Cool looking thing, isn't it? Really unusual design. It's got a bit of a vintage Supro vibe to it. What makes this design unique? Well, this. Yeah, didn't see that one coming, did you? This bit moves. So it's on, I don't know, sprockets inside of here, and you can see it's got this nice little wedged mount just here. So this is where your body's going to be here. And when you're playing on stage, you can move around and the lap steel will move with you. So when you move your body, this will move with you. And that's the idea behind the design. And it's really well implemented. It's completely discreet. You can only see a little bit of clear perspex on the inside here. Going over some of the materials, the guitar is made of a mahogany core. So this is all one solid piece of mahogany, but it's chambered. It's a nice design because it relieves some of the weight of this. I mean, this is not a light instrument, but equally it's not super heavy. And that little bit of resonance here, I think really helps the guitar because it's got a little bit of that sound of a Rickenbacker lap steel that's hollow. I've got a 1946, I think, Rickenbacker lap steel that's all hollow, and it really helps with the sound of a lap steel, in my opinion. In terms of controls, volume, tone, and then this little switch, which is like a high-pass filter, so it'll cut the lows. I'll explain that when I do some of the sound demos in a minute, but it basically means that when you're playing the low strings, if you whack this switch in, it cuts the low end a little bit, so there's more definition on the lower strings. The pickup is by Seymour Duncan. It's quite a powerful pickup, but it works really well with this guitar. It's really well balanced across all the strings. It's mounted into this really thick, well-designed Clouson Telecaster style bridge. The tuners are Clousons. Not actually seen these tuners before, but they're locking tuners by Clouson, which is always a win for stage and studio, whatever. It's just solid tuning stability. The nut is a metal nut, really robust, good sustain. I chose to have this really nice figured maple fingerboard, which is lovely. And the wings of the guitar are, I guess, ash. That certainly looks like a baseball bat kind of swamp ash. And then you've just got the simple football or rugby ball shape jack plate there. Again, I like these because if you need to service the instrument for any reason, just take 2 screws out and you're good to go. You've got a locking strap button here. Now, one thing that I think could be improved on this is when you're attaching a strap, it's dead easy because you've got the locking thing here that just clips on, but at the head there's no clear place for a strap button. Now, if you look at the very top of the guitar, there's actually a little mark, and I wonder if that's designed for another strap button, and I think that would actually be really helpful just to have another, maybe one of the Jim Dunlop discrete strap locks that goes into the headstock. I think that would be a really cool feature, so you can't see it, but if you want to mount a strap quickly, just pop it in there. How does it play? Well, if you're planning to fret on this thing, then you're not going to manage that, because the action is enough to park a small bus under, but that's the whole point with a lap steel. If you're new to playing lap steel, having an action like that allows you to play the instrument effectively and move around on the fingerboard. The string spacing is really, really nice. It's allowing you to get in between the strings, but they're not too close together, but they're also not overly spaced like a few modern lap steels I just find are strange. But this is super comfy, and I find the controls are in a really good place. There's nothing worse on an instrument like this than controls that you can never find. The volume is within position that if you want to roll it in, or likewise the tone to get those old style kind of tone sweeps. I think this must have a resistor capacitor network on the volume, because when you turn the volume down it keeps the tone of this humbucker pickup, which is a really nice feature too. I don't know, I'd be tempted to go up a little bit on the tone cap just to get more of a dynamic sweep of the tone, but that's a personal preference thing. You've certainly, for most playing, you've got plenty of range on the tone for sure, from super bright at the top to a nice controlled tone in the middle, and then down to your kind of woman tone at the bottom. This instrument's obviously aimed at players, but I don't think you have to be a pro to play this at all, or get one of these lap steels. This is a really good instrument for a beginner. The one thing is you can't really sit down and play it super comfortably. I mean, you can adjust the spacing of your legs to get this armrest thing in. The simple solution to that is just take the armrest off. It's only a couple of screws. Now, this is a handmade instrument, and as such there are a few rough edges. It's built really well, no question about that, but the finish is not the super high-end guitars that you see today. There's a little bit round here on the plastic that's just not completely rounded, and the design just on this upper horn is a little bit kind of cut off design. I mean, it's fine, and little things like the screws aren't all the same size on this armrest. Don't love that, but overall, I mean, it's a really well built instrument, and I'd have no problem taking this on the road to play a load of shows. It feels robust and really, really well built. So here's a couple of sounds with the Caladesi Lap Steel. In the absence of being near home or my studio, I'm playing through my stage rig, which is a Milkman amplifier into a Little Walter cabinet. The audio you're hearing is just directly from my camera, but I'm playing in the Gateshead, what used to be known as the Sage, but it's now called the Glasshouse Centre for Music. So in terms of controls, it's dead simple on this guitar. All you got is volume, there, tone, and this little magic little switch, which it might be a coil tap, but it certainly drops a load of low end, so it's more like a high pass filter. So that's without it. Put that in. Really tightens up the low end of the instrument, so it's great for if you're doing chords on the low end. with an indecent amount of gain like I'm doing. Just gets really spitty if you don't have that. Loses a lot of definition. Put that in. Okay, pros and cons of the Caladesi Lap Steel, bearing in mind that I bought this instrument, it's not an endorsement or it wasn't given to me for this review. It's a great instrument, no question about that. It sounds great, it plays great, the hardware's really good, I like the locking tuners. It's a unique modern design, some people will love that, some people will hate it. It's a unique finish with the mother of toilet seat plastic overlay on the top, but you know what, I think it looks awesome. And of course, I'm just reviewing one Caladesi Lap Steel. Of course, I would love to go and try some more of them. There are different finishes, different models, different configurations, different types of pickup that you can choose if you were to order one. I would like to see a better mount on the headstock for the strap. Maybe a strap button that you can use a strap lock and just clip that in there. Because you want to put a strap on quickly and you don't want to have to tie pieces of rope to the headstock. It's a bit of a pain. And if I had my choice, I would fit one of the levers that Jerry Douglas uses on his lap steel. He has a system that changes between open G and open D tuning, and it's like a hip shot thing. You just move the lever and it changes between two tunings. That would make this instrument into a much more versatile stage instrument. Admittedly, it would also up the cost though. And perhaps most importantly, does it work? Does it serve a purpose? Is there a reason to buy the Caladesi Lap Steel over another lap steel? Well, in my opinion, yes, 100%. I think this whole design where you can move the top section, especially as you're playing and you can adjust it with your body, I think that's brilliant. It's super useful, particularly on stage for players who are going to put a strap on their lap steel. It's a great design. While you're watching this video, you're seeing me play through all the equipment I use on stage with Rumours of Fleetwood Mac, and I've got a whole other video about that. It's in the top right hand corner now if you want to go and check it out. So final thoughts on the Caladesi Lap Steel. I think it's great. I think it's a really, really usable instrument. It sounds fabulous. Straight into my rig on stage, it's usable. I could tour with it, I could record with it. It's a fantastic thing. I like the styling, I like the innovation. Could the design be refined a little more? Yes, possibly. But this is only a new company and I believe they're going to do really, really good things. So you should go and check them out. And if you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and let me know what other videos you'd like to see on the channel. And if you've got any questions, let me know in the comments. And I will see you soon.